This is sweet. So, oh.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest, this is something a little different than what we normally review, but you ever just have the internet or an app basically have its algorithm perfectly match you with something that your brain just wants, that you didn't know you wanted? Well, that happened to me, and yeah, basically this is something that TikTok made me do. So if you've ever been on TikTok, you may have seen something like this. The most common name that I've seen for something like this is called a boomerang ball. I've also heard stuff like a UFO ball or a flyer, something along those lines. Anyway, as soon as I saw an ad for this on TikTok, not this specific brand, but as soon as I saw an ad for this on TikTok, I immediately checked out the first one I could find on Amazon, and this is what we have. This is the Flynova Pro, and yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, unbox it, and do a quick little review, because this was a toy that, man, I just really wanted for some reason. And yeah, like I said, it was just something that was a total impulse buy for me, but it looked super cool, and I wanna see if this is legit or if it's crap. So let's just find out. So we'll go ahead and unbox this thing now. It looks like there's a little sleeve over the box. It's kind of tight. Come on. Come on. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this guy open. Okay, so right away we have the flyer in the little clamshell box. It immediately is a little concerning because it seems very straightforward, very simple. It's just like a little motor with a couple fans. Looks like it takes a micro USB for charging. It's got a single LED strip along the side here. I don't know if you can see that very well on the overhead camera, but it seems interesting. I'm immediately concerned by how this seems to be constructed. I'm worried it might be a little too cheaply made, just because if I'm going to be playing with this, I'm definitely going to be messing this up. Could be dropping it, crashing this into something. So I'm worried about the overall durability of this after I'm done with it. But we'll put that aside for now. Let's see what else is in the box. So we just got the micro USB cable and some documentation. It looks like there are some instructions. So I am taking a look at this instruction sheet real quick. It does look like it has a few different ways of playing with it. Reading here, I don't know if it'll focus very well or not on this text here, but it does seem that this particular model has some sort of magic wand controller that you can also use with it. I don't have that. I'm just gonna be playing with it as the boomerang ball itself. But yeah, so let's go ahead and plug this thing in real quick, and then we'll get right to testing it out. All right, so I plugged this in for about 30 minutes just to see what we can do with this boomerang ball here. There is a kind of a little button here for on or off, and it's kind of hard to press, but just go ahead and click that, and the LEDs will turn on. And now with the user manual, it basically says once you turn it on and the battery's charged, to start playing with it, all you gotta do is shake it. So, well, here we go. Okay, so a little louder than I thought it would be. Let's go ahead and just, so it's definitely, the fan is like blowing in this direction. So if I just drop it, it's gonna shoot. It's gonna shoot right down. So if I set it down like this, it should blow this way, so, okay. All right, let's see if I can just make it levitate. All right. So, okay, it's a little harder to control than I had initially expected. But, so the boomerang method is, let me scooch back here. So the boomerang method is you tilt it about 10 to 15 degrees towards yourself and you throw it out. So let's see if I can get this to work here. So if I just throw it out, all right. Try again, 1, 2, 3, up. All right, that's pretty cool actually. Throw it up. Hey, throw it up. Okay, almost fell over my chair there. Wow, this is super cool. So it has these little, I don't know how well the camera's picking this up or not, but it's got these little LED patterns. I haven't seen any way to kind of change these colors or not. At least in the manual, there's nothing. But basically when you're done playing with this, you just shake it and it should turn off. And what I've noticed off camera here, when I dropped it, as soon as it made collision, it stops. So that's kind of cool. You know, if it goes out of control and it hits a wall or something like that, or crashes on the floor, it's gonna just turn off and not keep going. But, that's super cool. Yeah, all right, this is pretty sweet. I'm gonna see how far I can get it towards the camera here. Yeah, there's really not much to it. Man, this is so cool. This is like, it's kind of loud. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of loud. I imagine that it would kind of hurt if you stuck your fingers in there, but man, this is sweet. Okay, it just hit my monitor. That was a little worrisome, but we're okay. Everything's fine. It's plastic, it's flimsy, and it turned off. As far as turning this thing off and on, it's just as simple as turning the button on. When the LEDs are on, that means this thing is ready to go. All you have to do is shake it to activate it, and then when you're done, just go ahead and shake it again, and it will kill the fan. And then to totally be done with everything, you just hit that button again. When the LED lights are off, that means the whole thing is deactivated. Yeah, my first impressions of these things are really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play with it some more and then kind of give you, I don't know, maybe like a 1 week later sort of result. So yeah, let's fast forward a bit. All right, so it's been about a week since I've used this thing, and yeah, my first impressions are still what I think about this Boomerang ball. It's super cool. I think the LEDs have some pretty cool effects. It's fun to play with this thing outside, inside. It's fun to play with it in the dark. I think it's super cool. It's just one of those like novelty toys that is super entertaining. My kids love playing with this. Both my 6-year-old and 3-year-old can't wait for me to be done with this review so I can give this to them to play with more. I suppose if there were any gripes to give on the Flynova Pro is that it is a little bit on the noisy side. It isn't so loud to where like people in the adjacent room would find this annoying, but this isn't exactly a silent toy by any means. My only other minor criticism with this is I do wish the battery life was a little bit longer. I wasn't able to fully document how long the battery life lasts from a full charge, but it did seem to only get about roughly a half hour of playtime after fully charging this, and that's full continuous play with the thing on and just constantly throwing it back and forth. And while that might sound like a bummer, it does charge up very fast as well, so it really only takes about 15 minutes, at least in my experience, to charge this up to be ready to play. So it does have a short battery life, but it also takes just a quick amount of time to charge up and be ready to play. So yeah, to conclude this review of the Flynova Pro, I definitely think this is a gift that is worth getting for both adults and children alike. It's $35 on Amazon right now, and I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to check it out. And if there's some other fun little gadgets like this one that you would like me to check out, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that about does it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again so much for watching the video and checking out the channel. If you're new around here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, ring that notification bell icon to stay up to date on everything we're doing. Be sure to check out all of our social media platforms in the description down below, and consider joining our newly formed Discord community server. But yeah, that's enough rambling out of me. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Blake, and for all things tech, games, movies, to anything nerdy in between, be sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time.